By the middle 1970s, it had become apparent to Dr. Furst that diet and nutrition were keys to the cancer prevention battle. He had learned that the human body had powerful defense mechanisms against most diseases, including cancer. That these defense mechanisms relied heavily upon nutrients from whole foods that were often deficient or even absent from the diet. In their absence, health was at risk, but given the right amounts, the body was capable of protecting itself quite well. It was during this time that he first came into contact with the Neolife Company and its founder, Mr. Donald Pickett. In Neolife, he found a whole company that was dedicated to just what his research had shown. By focusing on nutrition to promote health and prevent disease, Neolife was his perfect partner to bring his scientific discoveries out of his laboratories and research centers and into the lives of people around the world. Art quickly joined the company as its scientific advisor. With deep commitment and vast experience from decades on the front lines of the health and disease battle, Dr. Furst quickly made his presence at Neolife felt. From years of investigating how toxins cause harm, Dr. Furst knew that the body has the capacity to protect itself if specific nutrients are abundant. This resulted in the development and introduction of the product ToxGuard, a first-of-its-kind dietary supplement designed to support the body's natural detoxification processes. This was later further improved with the introduction of whole food-derived protector nutrient called beta-carotene and became BetaGuard. In 1976, because they saw the power that Dr. Furst's scientific knowledge brought to the product line, the company expanded its research laboratory and empowered Dr. Furst to create the first-of-its-kind scientific advisory board, turning the company's product destiny over to science. With the formation of the Scientific Advisory Board, Neolife expanded its interaction with scientists and researchers around the world, developing a reputation for excellence that has persisted for all of the decades since. Starting out with just Art and its three initial members, the SAB as it became known, began to have an impact in the world of nutrition science almost immediately. Because of his now preeminent reputation and the growing belief that his ideas about diet, health, and disease were correct, Art and his team were granted access to some of the world's most important scientific meetings, developing knowledge that drove product research at an ever-increasing rate. As that research continued, the SAB was further expanded in order to take advantage of the amazing knowledge Dr. Furst put before them. The product development benefits were quickly achieved. One powerful example of this new team's capabilities soon set a new standard of excellence in the world of nutritional supplementation. Research into the connection between nutrition and health and disease set them on a path to revolutionize the understanding of the roles of whole food nutrients called carotenoids. Knowing that this family of nutrients played powerful roles in the body, from research that led to BetaGuard a few years earlier, and from confirmational data from the United States Department of Agriculture, the team set about doing what, at the time, appeared to be impossible: identifying, extracting, quantifying, and consistently delivering a wide array of whole food carotenoids derived entirely from fruits and vegetables into the human bloodstream. After months of laboratory work and interaction with world-leading scientists to establish the foundation for this product, the SAB embarked upon a Neolife-funded clinical trial that tested and proved that the SAB had done just that. The product became known as Neolife's Carotenoid Complex. Later published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, this research resulted in the SAB being invited to present their work at a special meeting of the New York Academy of Sciences entitled Carotenoids in Human Health. Among the many world leaders present and in attendance at that event were researchers from the United States Department of Agriculture's Human Nutrition Research Center. They were so impressed with what the SAB had achieved and the excellence of the clinical trials data that was presented that they asked to use Carotenoid Complex as a research tool by which to make recommendations for the consumption of carotenoid-rich foods to the general population. Their work resulted in powerful human clinical data that showed that Carotenoid Complex could provide three important benefits. 1, reducing oxidative events in the bloodstream. 2, reducing oxidative attacks on cell membranes. And 3, boosting markers of immune potential, In particular, the immune system's ability to produce natural killer cells, the body's first line of defense against cancer. All of these findings were presented at important scientific meetings around the world and published in prestigious scientific journals. Dr. Furst and the SAB followed this up with a steady stream of whole food-derived products and powerful scientific support throughout the 1990s and into the new millennium. Each product was unique and powerful and reflected the SAB's commitment to combining nature and science to deliver nutritional benefits that only whole foods can provide. And each product reflected the dedication to research and detailed analysis that Dr. Furst applied throughout his professional career and instilled so strongly in the philosophies and practices of the Scientific Advisory Board. As the new millennium of the 2000s approached, Dr. Furst started thinking about winding down and retiring. Though he claimed to have retired as early as 1995, no one would have known that by his still serious work ethic. He continued to teach at the University of San Francisco and still played an active role on the Scientific Advisory Board as its spiritual leader and founding member emeritus. He maintained this pace right up until his passing in December of 2005.